All right, well, hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's digital host A.J. Wuest here, welcoming you back to Before the Four. Of course, the live stream where I go through some of 48's top news stories and then some before our 4 o'clock newscast, wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or the 48 Now live stream. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending just a bit of your afternoon here. Now, first, let's talk about the weather. I certainly know here in Huntsville, when I was coming into work this afternoon, I was practically boating as it suddenly just started downpouring on my commute. Let's turn over to 48 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis for what to expect for the rest of the day. Brad?
Well, hey, good afternoon, everyone. As expected, thunderstorms kind of lighten up the radar screen. You've probably been checking out our 48 First Alert weather app throughout the day today. And this is all because of frontal boundaries coming in. The biggest threat today is the lightning and driving in the rain. Now, occasionally we may have a tree down, a power pole hit by lightning, things like that. But overall, this is not a big threat for severe weather. We've got what's called pulse-type storms, and that means these storms could briefly be severe, producing microbursts. That's basically what it is, and those are really hard to warn for, I will tell you in advance. Again, this is all coming in just after about 3:12 this afternoon. So again, some of this broadcast a little bit delayed. So again, your radar will look different if you're checking it out right now. Rain-cooled air, temperatures in the 70s. In fact, we dropped to the low 70s in Huntsville earlier after that round of rain. Very steamy out in the shoals, and I still think you got a really good shot of some stronger thunderstorms in the shoals before the day is out. In fact, I think everything's going to kind of shift out to the west over time as you are not rain cooled. Now tomorrow, I think overall hot and humid, not as hot, not as humid, but still, it's still summertime. 89 Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday, isolated thunderstorms. So rain chances do begin to go down.
And yep, you all know the drill. First Alert Weather Extra. That will be streamed right here wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis. He'll be back here in the CTV Center. He'll have all the very latest he is seeing on the radar. You're just not going to want to miss it. Leave a comment, maybe some thoughts, concerns that you might have. Brad will shout you out and he will answer your question. Just not going to want to miss it. Tonight at 9:30, First Alert Weather Extra. But now turning over to a story in case you missed it. Yesterday, 48's Aria Pond spoke with family and friends of the two fishermen who sadly passed away over the weekend on Pickwick Lake. Take a listen to what they had to say.
Riley Sandlin Vaughn says that her father, Mike Sandlin, and his best friend, Kim Wallace, were right here on the Tennessee River when tragedy struck Saturday night, and the two were killed in a boat crash. Now she wants the entire community to know exactly what type of friendship they had.
They were two of a kind. You could search this world high and low and you wouldn't find two more men like them.
Sandlin Vaughn says Mike Sandlin and Kim Wallace were friends for decades and fished as much as they could on Pickwick Lake.
They never left each other's side. They were best friends.
She says Saturday was supposed to be like any other, the two spending their day on the lake. But around 9:15 p.m., deputies say their boat somehow collided with a barge, throwing them overboard and killing them.
And if somebody else would have capsized, I know those two men would have jumped in and given their last breath to save somebody else.
Wallace was found first near the crash site. Sandlin was found on the second day of the search downriver. Sandlin Vaughn says her father just recovered from a liver transplant, making this especially hard for her family.
He fought a liver transplant, got a whole brand new liver, was doing great, recovering, and then happened to get in a boat one night, and it's just how life is.
Vaughn says selfishly, she wishes she had more time with them both. However, she knows that if they had a choice, then that was how they wanted to go.
Both of them passing together, it was just a double blow. And but if it was going to happen, they would want to go together and doing what they love. And that's what happened.
The U.S. Coast Guard is investigating this crash. I have reached out to them for more information, but officials still have not gotten back to me. Reporting in Sheffield, Aria Ponds, 48 on your side.
Very sad situation there, and my thoughts are certainly with that family. But now let's talk about traffic delays here in Madison County. A road closure is causing around 7,000 cars to have to detour and find another route to get to their destination. 48's Nick Ballinger spoke with Madison County Commissioner Phil Vandiver and has more.
Orange traffic cones and signs that read "road closed" can be a hassle for any driver commuting to work. But it's the harsh reality for anyone who needs to travel through the intersection of Pettis Road and Pine Grove Road in Madison County while crews work on a new roundabout.
When that road closes, there's 7,000 cars a day that have to find a different route.
Residents in a nearby neighborhood say they have a good idea where those 7,000 cars are going.
It's a steady stream of cars. That's why we're well over 100 an hour, and during the busy hours of right before school and that 7 o'clock hour and right after work, it's many more than this. It's not even close.
Mike Caffey has lived in the neighborhood across the street from Legacy Elementary School for 3 years. Just in the 2 minutes I spent talking to him, I counted 16 cars that use the neighborhood road as a detour.
Put up 2 speed monitor signs, which no one seems to mind at all. It's almost like that's a challenge to see if you can beat it. I've seen it as high as 57 in the stretch. We have a lot of kids. The kids are out playing after school, early evening hours. I've noticed now I'm not seeing them out because there's so much traffic out that people just have no regard for the children.
The roundabout is just one of many road projects in the area funded by pandemic relief money that must be spent by the end of 2026. Neighbors have already reached out to county leaders about the problem. With just a week down and around 5 months to go with the closed intersection, county commissioners are asking drivers to avoid cutting through the neighborhood if they can.
Be respectful of the people who live here. This is not a through street, although the county's trying to make it one right now.
But now we're going to head to break, but coming up, how police departments are using new technology and drones to help fight crime here in the Valley, and previewing a very powerful event coming up this Saturday in Huntsville. It's all ahead. We'll go through it all in 1 minute. All right, well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Before the Four. Now, we've all seen them, those flying things in the air, and no, I'm not talking about UFOs. I'm talking about drones. Very cool stuff there. And now police departments here in the Tennessee Valley are utilizing those drones to help catch the bad guys. 48's Faith Delp with details on the new drones.
Here at the Huntsville Police Department, they have roughly 25 drones and close to 30 licensed pilots. Florence Police have 15 drones and 10 pilots, and in Scottsboro, their police department just got their 3rd drone after one was used to catch an attempted murder suspect.
How beneficial this stuff is, where we can put these $10,000 items in harm's way or use them in the place of putting our officers and ourselves at risk.
Lieutenant Cody Durham with Scottsboro Police said this drone helped them capture a man charged with shooting one of their officers. And he says this drone is used to clear homes or buildings before officers go in.
Working really hard to make sure that we have what we need to take care of our people. And we're really just scraping the surface with the drone technology.
Huntsville Police have had a drone program for 6 years now. Joshua Clark is a patrol officer with Huntsville Police and the drone training pilot. He believes every police department should have this tool in their back pocket.
We've been able to search and locate elderly, juveniles, kids with disabilities. I think mostly is keeping our officers safe.
Athens Police Department told me they do not have the technology yet, but they are really hoping to get an eye in the sky soon. Reporting in Huntsville, Faith Delp, 48 News on your side.
Okay, and a little bit of breaking news here. We're hearing that there is a tornado warning right now in Jackson County. So I am going to sign off real quick. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis. He will be on a live stream very shortly, and he'll have all the latest. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you all have a great night.